Shut up and sit down.
So here we are, back to another special showing of Permaprobe. You guys gonna talk?
Are we on?
Oh, we on.
Because you didn't signal anything.
Let me signal.
Let me
Talking. Welcome back to another edition or special, whatever.
Yeah, no, you gotta. It's like wait for my signal, but never give a signal. Like never give us what the signal is or anything like that.
Dude, you're like such an angry little man. I'm
not angry. I like organization.
Well, I mean, considering we were
put on my hater blockers.
Hater blockers? Can you see the computer with those?
Not really.
All right, then take them off. I have prescription glasses that allow me not to see.
Yeah, okay, Jason, say hi since we're taking up all your time here.
FYI, this is not a dry run. This is live.
This is live. This is the new show. Yeah.
Yep.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yep. We are doing it here. So make sure you come here and find us.
Yeah. So Permaprobe now is going to be seen on Amazon Prime, YouTube,
Rumble,
YouTube.
We're going to be everywhere. So if you're on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. Y'all know what to do.
Yeah.
Comment down below. Tell us how off the wall we are, off the rails. Give us suggestions of what you want to hear.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Jason, you had an interesting little interaction this morning that happened to you.
I did.
What happened?
Shut up, Des.
I put him on the spot because he was on the spot this morning at a grocery store.
Oh, that just does not add to the innuendo that popped in my head.
Alrighty then. No, it is funny because you know me. I need my coffee in the morning, and unfortunately we didn't have any, so I had to go to the supermarket. You know, I went to the supermarket, Publix, where I live, and I'm walking down the aisle, and it's still early, so there's not that many people there. And I'm walking down the aisle, and I think it was just me in the aisle that I knew of because I'm looking forward. There was no one in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear Permaprobe. It kind of blew my mind because I'm like, okay, I knew exactly what it was, you know what I mean? But who the heck is going to be saying that?
And you haven't had your coffee yet.
And I haven't had my coffee, so my mind's still not, functioning at 100%.
Am I having a stroke?
God, is that you?
He's a fan.
So I turned around and he says, "You must be Jay." And I'm like, he's like, "I'm a huge fan." And I'm like, I was just like starstruck. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the? Starstruck from him because, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never experienced something like that before. You know what I mean? And it was so real. It was a so real feeling to actually have a fan come up to me and say, "Hey, I know who you are. I love your show. I listen to it, like religiously." So it was pretty cool. Like I said, I believe his name was John. If I'm not correct, then forgive me, but thank you very much.
Next time you see him, smack him.
It's not John, stupid. Fool.
It's Jimmy. It's not John, it's Stephanie.
Oh my God, could you imagine? But no, it was really cool. It was a cool feeling to have that happen to me. Today is like I said. I know you said you've had that happen to you before, Jan.
I've had it happen because of like back when I had the GPRN radio show or on DEDX radio when people, we were pretty well known,
Right.
Especially local.
Right.
And I'd be grocery shopping. People would recognize me. I remember one time when Stephanie and I used to live on St. Pete Beach. Mm-hmm. And I was walking out to the beach one day, and this couple was walking by, and I heard this lady behind my back talk to her husband. She goes, "I think that was Chance from DEDX Radio." And I turned around and you know me, I spun around and I was like, it is. Which constituted almost, I think I almost copped a charge for assault because I scared her so bad, but she was laughing.
Get the lady a heart attack.
Right.
Yeah, her and her husband, they were laughing and, you know, they thought it was cool and got to meet me and stuff, so.
Yeah, but
Alright.
it's a cool feeling. It's a cool feeling. So I definitely appreciated that. So thank you very much, and please continue to listen and tell your friends, man. Tell your friends.
Next time, kidnap him.
So, Mr. Jesse, what about you? You ever had this kind of thing happen to you?
Hell no. Nobody recognizes me.
It's because you're small, man. People miss you. They see what time.
I'm glad.
Height.
I'm kidnappable. I'm
Actually,
like,
I joke. Jesse's not really that short. He's
No,
not. Yeah,
no.
I make cracks that he's short, but he's not that short.
I'm 5'6" on a good day.
Yeah,
That's
he's a
pretty
little bit
short.
taller than Cleaver.
Bro, I was going to give you at least 5'8", man.
No.
Come on.
I'm not a liar.
We'll get you lifts in your shoes.
Huh?
We'll get you lifts in your shoes.
You know they make those.
I know.
They
That's what I'm
legit
saying.
make like they look like regular shoes, but they're like platform shoes for short people. It's like the what is that movie? Shrek. It's what's his name? Lord Farquaad.
Yep.
Like it's no, I can't stoop.
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll get that for Christmas.
I'll be short.
For me, I would much rather when we're out in public, we run into people who recognize us and come up and go, you know, hey, Chance, Jesse J, you know, from Paraprobe.
Right.
You know, other than you've been served, you know. I mean,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to have that.
yeah, I don't want that happening. So,
All right.
So today's topic, we're going to be talking about a little bit of hacking, but it goes beyond hacking. It's not just hacking. It's like conspiracy theories with hacking.
Right.
That
are
and
real.
The capabilities of hackers.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's-
And the effects, man. I mean, because it's definitely doing a lot of harm.
look at that.
to-
We all researched 3 different things. Good job, fellas.
it's so strange.
We might have our crap together.
We actually pay attention sometimes.
Absolutely. School's in session, baby.
So before we get into that, this might happen next show. All right.
The one chip challenge.
Yes. Do it at the beginning.
Yeah.
See if I can go through the entire show.
Are we going to have like a gallon of milk for you?
Oh,
I don't
we're
know.
gonna have to have milk on standby. We'll have to.
We might
Only
have to.
because
Don't
I don't
have
want you puking in the studio.
I'm not gonna puke.
Well, you know, like
Do I look
sometimes
like a
when you-
bitch to you?
You're going to turn red.
Moving on. No, you don't look like that. But I know that those chips, how hot they really can be. And
Yeah.
like sometimes the spice will get caught in
Well,
the back
this
of your
is
throat. You know what I mean?
Carolina Reaper and Naga Viper Pepper, which I've never even heard of that one.
Hold this more up in front of the camera again. I want people to see the front of this. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
The
And
that's
Packy
good-
one chip challenge.
And that's going to be the color of his face once he has it in his
Yeah, I'm
mouth.
gonna be screwed up.
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, no. Let us know if you want me to do that next show. Give us a holler. Throw a comment down, cause like
It don't matter what they want. It's what we want, and we want you to do it.
no, it matters what they want. If they want me to do it, if I tell you what, if 5 people say something,
Yeah.
5, just 5, only 5, then I'll do it.
Okay.
If not, I'll
That'll
do
work.
it on my own
That'll
time.
work. We'll put that on. We'll put that on social media today.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we'll do a little voting, and you know, I got enough people I can call and say.
No, I want
yes.
to
Say yes.
on the
absolutely.
video, dude. On
Yeah.
the video. If you're watching this, do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, will we?
Yeah.
Good.
Loosen up.
She
Will
loved
we be
that.
included in that? Can we vote on that? Can like Jance and I say yes, and would that be
Absolutely
do-
not.
do our
no,
two votes count
No,
as
no,
fine?
you don't count because you want to torture.
I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong. I
Who
think,
cares what you think? I don't
dude.
care what you think.
bro. I think you and me, Jason. I think we should be allowed.
Yeah, we should be.
Our
allowed to
vote should count.
All right, what are you going to do? Like film yourselves holding me down? Put it in his mouth. Put it in his mouth. Put it in his mouth. Don't say that too loud.
It reminds him of camp when he was a kid.
One time at camp.
You know, it's either eat it or we're just gonna spray you with OC. It's one or the other, man.
Oh
so.
man,
I might take the OC.
choose your poison.
No, you don't want the OC, bro.
Look, they do that to people on a regular basis. I mean, you need to be gassed at least one time in your life.
This is
I mean,
true. I've been OC'd a couple of times because of training and
You
plus,
deserved it.
Yeah, ex work and stuff like that. No, never like. Yeah, I don't want people getting wrong.
should've
idea.
ran
Never
over that
like
chick so hard.
Yeah, never somebody like attacking me. It was during training and stuff like that.
Attacking you.
she didn't like the
You
way
were
I
the
grabbed
attacker.
Okay, fine, over defense. But yeah, in case like you know, know, like in law enforcement and military stuff like that, sometimes you'll be carrying pepper spray and OC and all that, and you have to get sprayed with it because you have to know the effects of how it feels. Because in real life, you spray that out in open area, and you guys know this.
Yeah, you're going to get it back on
You're
you.
going to get it back on you, yeah, because the wind and stuff like that, it happens. And so you have to know that, yeah, it burns, but you're not going to die. You know, it just sucks, but you'll be living. But OC,
You're alive.
dude, OC sucks way worse than pepper spray, man. I would rather keep on getting pepper spray. We used to literally take pepper spray and spray it on our nachos and eat it, and we'd have a competition and see who could eat and eat and
What?
eat. Oh yeah, without taking a drink of water or milk.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I got issues, and you know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Now, I would say that, like, tear gas sucks. Tear gas sucks, man. It makes your nose run. It makes your eyes burn, you know, so on and so forth. But honestly, like, OC to me is like the worst over all of them. That one just, yeah, it's like just straight up, you know, getting your taint ripped out. It's,
Yeah.
it sucks.
All right, we're going to go to our topic.
Okay.
Now that I've derailed us twice.
Boom.
Oh, man. That's going to be our new thing.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyways, Chance, you start. Fearless leader.
Our fearless leader will be leading on. So here recently, there was 2 observatories that were hacked, and what they wound up doing is shutting them down. They didn't like hack in, try to take information, nothing like that. They literally shut these observatories down. Now, as we all well know from watching movies like Armageddon, you know, stuff like that,
Right.
observatories are out there to also make sure we don't have asteroids that are about to hit us.
Right.
So if you shut them all down, we can't see the debris in space or anything else. And it's not just asteroids you got to worry about. I mean, you got to worry about just space debris, all the junk that we shot up there from NASA, dead satellites, everything else. We have man, not even kidding. We have so much stuff up there that it's unbelievable when you fathom how much debris is in space that we have, you know, shot up there, or dead satellites or whatever. So when those things sometimes obviously falter, they, you know, might wind up coming back into our atmosphere.
Absolutely.
You know? And so when you have these observatories, it helps, you know, monitor these things to make sure, like, okay, hey, we got a, you know, 40-ton satellite coming in and, you know, mock Jesus. We don't know where it's going to hit.
Right.
You know, we need to make sure we monitor this thing. So, yeah, these stupid things that people are doing, man, hacking into stuff and shutting it down is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, and obviously these people are smart. You know what I mean? They're incredibly smart to be able to do stuff like that.
They're smart, but they're into chaos, obviously.
But that's the problem. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, why not use that intelligence, you know, that skill set that you have for something better? They're just bored, and they're just.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but they are affecting a lot of companies. You know, just stuff that is vital to us.
Oh,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? So it's like, dude, get a job, man. Like, I get it.
That is their
Like,
job. Like, there's people legit hired to do this. I mean, like, so we're not the only ones tracking space debris, satellites, and all that stuff, because everybody has satellites up there. Like he said, there's millions, probably millions, if not thousands of satellites up there. And they will degrade in orbit, and they will come down. What goes up must come down.
Come down. Low
Gravity's
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
So
we're not
overrated.
We're not the only ones tracking it, and most of the time, we can manipulate it to come down like the Pacific Ocean or Atlantic, or somewhere where there's not people.
Directed where we wanted to actually try to land.
But if they want to close that window, they can, and apparently have, hacked into our observatories. I said it like a 3-year-old.
Observatories.
I observed the toys.
Fair enough. But they can hack into observatories and stuff like that to, hey, they can't see it.
Right.
We're going down.
Yep. We're gonna
Yeah.
take a lot
And then-
of people.
Boom. White House.
I mean-
Next thing you know, there goes the family Buick.
I mean, you have nations like we know for a fact China has hackers.
China.
Yeah.
North Korea. I mean, I think a big percent of their budget over there is for the hackers, because I mean.
Oh, yeah.
And you
Yeah.
have Russia. It doesn't matter. It's like
All the countries.
Even
Everybody.
the Middle East,
Everybody.
India.
everybody,
everybody. Yeah.
everybody. I think
Friends,
we
enemies, it don't matter.
We
Yeah.
have our own. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like now the wars has gone from missiles or tanks and militaries to cyber attacks.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Take down their infrastructures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
And see, and that's the bad thing is because, as we all well know, majority of everything today, like, our, grids that give us power, so on and so forth, nuclear silos, you name it, is all ran on computer
And
systems.
they're adding more to it, down to
absolutely.
our monetary system. They're talking about implementing the FedNow system in July, which is basically U.S. dollars digital currency.
Right.
And
Here we
that
go.
is a mistake.
Yes,
a
it
huge
is.
I agree.
mistake.
I agree.
Because like Bitcoin, everything's trackable. They can track every millicent that you spend. And I'm definitely trademarking that right now. Millicent. That's what we're going to call it.
We'll go with it. That works.
But they can track every purchase that you ever make. So that whole thing where they're like, oh, if you send $600 over Venmo, you're going to be audited or whatever. It's going to be, hey, where did this dollar go?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Where did you spend $650? The exact price of an AR-15
Yeah.
at your local sports store.
Yeah.
I mean, why wasn't this registered with us, even though it's
Yes.
illegal to register things?
That's
I mean,
scary.
everything.
And not to
that's
mention the
why-
fact, the taxes are already being tracked anyways. If you spend over like $600, I think it's on.
That's what I just said, Venmo.
Yeah, on Venmo.
Yeah.
But I was going to say that, it's gotten worse than that you were bringing up. That to the point now that literally, as you were just saying about spending millicent on, I'm going to use your word there, millicent on AR-15. Do you know that literally if you walk into a Circle K, right, and you buy a soda, that's actually tracked. If you use your card, it's tracked not only just on the amount that you spent, it actually is registered in the computer system for like Circle K and all that, what was purchased that's connected to your card. So they're already tracking everything you're doing, from
Yeah.
eating, drinking, whatever.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, weapons and stuff like that, I get, but why,
For them, it's for product. It's product
Yeah.
marketing. It's seeing how much product is being.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
makes sense. That makes
And majority of the hacking, quote unquote, that happens is for that.
Yeah.
And so we're having a conversation and say I want to buy milk for this one chip challenge thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll probably get an advertisement for milk because your phone's listening, everything's
Yeah,
listening.
yeah.
There was a dude, he was
happens all the
on
time.
Yeah.
one of these podcasts. It was Vigilance Elite, Third Channel or whatever. But he's a hacker, and he was talking about he bought this vacuum mop combo, and it was Chinese manufacturer, but it connected to the Wi-Fi, and it was going to a server over in China. So they can track how many times he sweeps or mops, or they can get anything. If they get into your Wi-Fi, they got everything. They got your passwords. They got
yeah.
everything. I mean, they have little devices where they can make.
read the passwords that you've entered in there.
Well, they make a fake Wi-Fi with your same name, and you automatically bond onto that, or a connect, bond, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have everything.
Wow.
That's why you always hear people talking about getting the VPN, the virtual network. So that way they have their own private server they log into to whatever they're doing, surfing Pornhub, whatever. That it's not going out to everybody else, and those are really hard to hack into. Not impossible,
VPNs?
but they are really
Yeah.
hard to hack into. Yeah.
Because it's remember BitTorrent back in the day? How they were having a hard time suing people for copyright infringement,
Right.
because it would pull a piece from Russia, a piece from Pakistan, a piece from Italy. It would pull different pieces from everywhere. That's kind of what a VPN does. It kind of
Yeah.
jumps your
It doesn't give it a stationary target.
No,
It's basically
exactly. There you go.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
continuously moving.
Right.
The other thing is too that with the whole hacking thing that's going on now, they've been hacking into everything is hacked into. Hospitals get hacked into. They hack in those. They get all your medical information and all that because connected to your medical information. Whenever you go in to get anything done, you bang your elbow and you go in and make sure it's not broken. They get all your personal information because the hospital gets all of your personal information.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They have to know your address. They know your phone numbers. They know your social security
they can
numbers. They know
tell
everything.
everything about you from
absolutely.
this little information, like the soda thing.
Right.
If you're buying Mountain Dew at 3:20 p.m. every single day when you go on break, they know that that's that. And first of all, they know you drink Mountain Dew. All right, that's one thing. That can mean, hey, you might be a caffeine addict. You might have a sugar addiction. You might be obese, which you're definitely not obese, but you know what I mean.
Right.
There's all kinds of factors that go into that, and all this information is more valuable than just marketing. It is your personality. You know, like I buy a lot of camping supplies and stuff on Amazon, and they use that and market it to me on Amazon. But then I'll get on Instagram or something, and it'll have, oh, check out this hammock.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
check out, this, what was it? The one that actually got me too. Because the fire or the waterproof matches and like a little waterproof container, and they're waterproof themselves. Like, I'm buying those,
Right.
but because they market it to me on Instagram.
Right.
I mean, they know what I like.
Why
and
would
where
you
I'm
light
at.
a match underwater? No, I'm kidding. So
I hope you got that death stare on the camera.
But one of the other cool things that we got going down too, that is, well, let me rephrase that. Not cool.
It is cool.
Hacking. I mean, it is kind of cool they could do it, but it's
Yeah.
not cool.
Yeah.
We've had it happen here in our local area. Like for our show right here, we're Florida. We're in the Tampa Bay area where we do our show from and all that. We've had fire departments, county areas. That
The
have been-
water treatment plant was
the
a
water
big one.
treatment plant, that was hacked into, like Pinellas County, Pasco County, and this happened like within the last year.
Yeah.
I mean, and see, and the scary thing is if you get these hackers together and they know what they're doing, and matter of fact, for people who could give an idea of what could happen, just watch the movie Live Free, Die Hard with Bruce Willis, where it's the Die Hard movie 4. It would be like number 4 in the sequence, the sequels of movies. That it was a computer hacker that was hacking into the national grid. They were shutting down traffic lights. They were shutting down power grids. They were shutting all this stuff down, all to commit a robbery. They were doing this. So they were causing mass chaos in order to commit these crimes, right? But in reality, you get terrorists doing this, they could
Yeah.
shut your whole country down
Yeah.
if they know what they're doing hacking-wise.
And you don't even have to get a bunch together per se. It doesn't even take a group. It takes one. One person.
all the proper programs.
Yeah. I mean, they can. This is how I would do it. So, first, I would have all the ATMs spitting out money, which they can do.
Yes.
All of them, all at one time, spit out a bunch of money. Then, I'd hit the power grid. Because power grid, no lights, no communication, no nothing. Complete chaos. Stoplights don't work. Hit the power grid, the backup systems, boom. Then, I'd hit NORAD.
Which won't be as easy as these.
No, but while they're too busy messing around with the people running in the streets, gathering all this
Right.
cash,
Mass
trying to
chaos.
figure out what the grid is,
Right.
trying to get control of that situation,
Right.
I'd work on NORAD and take that down. And then I would bomb the dog crap out of the place.
Yeah.
I would just do it like that because without NORAD, it's not impossible, but it's not easy
Right.
to have our missile defense systems working.
It kind of reminds me of, I think you said this, stop giving out information. Like then when we went to the Afghanistan war, right? And we were saying, okay, well, we might do this and do that and do that. And guess who's there waiting for us? You know what I mean?
CNN.
Yeah.
On the
You know what I
ground.
mean? So it's like, dude, how about you just keep it a hush hush and do what you have to do, and then later on, if you want to speak about it, do that. You know what I mean? Because Chance just gave, not Chance, but Jesse just gave our attackers a way to just.
Oh, like trust me, they've already thought about this
Really?
stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm messing with you.
it's not even-
that was simple. That was,
Yeah.
I get it. But it
I mean, if you
it's
want to really know how to do it, no, I'm kidding.
It's not my area of
I'll tell you how to do
expertise,
it.
and I came up with that.
Trust
with
me,
that.
there are things that. Never mind. I'm not even gonna get into it.
Yeah.
There are, with all these different scenarios that could happen. I mean, and it's scary. I mean,
Right.
they could turn around, just for, one of the main terrorist attacks is in order to cause mass chaos, in order to get your ideology out there. That's why they do this. All right. It's not about money. It's nothing about that at all. Terrorists are not thieves. They do their attacks in order to get attention to their ideology. That's why they do it. Okay.
Yeah,
Now, with that being said, imagine hacking into the grid for the train systems
Right.
and all the trains that we have running throughout the U.S. every single day. that you could be flipping tracks or everything else and getting
Right.
all these trains crashing into each other.
Absolutely.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of fail safes in place that they're able to track these things, and if they happen, they could just tell the trains stop going.
Right.
You know, we have an issue. You know what I mean? So I don't want people panicking, thinking they're going to go on a train and
Right.
die now. But I'm just saying that there's a lot of, airports. You know, you hack into a radar system on, for the airport and mess with the radar.
You don't even have to do that. You don't even have to do that.
Yeah.
You can literally. So right now, you can see where all these airplanes are.
You can basically just shut them down.
Well, no, they're transmitting their signal, but what they're waiting for is receiving the signal because a lot of it is our GPS, and even with boats now. So celestial navigation is an elective for boats,
Yeah.
for licensing and stuff to go abroad, to go on oceans because
Right.
things happen. But every boat that you get on now has GPS.
Yep.
Some sort of GPS system. Planes are the same way. And if you mess up that communication between the plane and what it's trying to get its signal from,
Yeah.
i.e. the tower, and you switch direction, they're going to follow the tower because guess what? Joe Schmo up in the freaking plane driving it is following that signal. He's not thinking about like, oh, well, somebody's projecting a fake signal. No. Instead of winding up in Oklahoma, he's over, in this complex over Nebraska, landing a plane and somewhere
Yeah.
that it ain't supposed to be.
Well, and number one, in any type of attack, the first thing you do is always cut communications. That's number one. I'm not going to get into full description of everything you do here, but that is the number one thing you do is destroy communications. Because once you have zero communications, everything will fall apart. No matter how well you got
Nobody can
planned,
organize.
It will fall apart.
And
Yeah,
it's not
absolutely.
just ideological, but it's also like political. Like people
yeah.
do it for political reasons.
Well, but political can even be an
And-
ideology. I mean,
right.
when you really push it.
Yeah,
So,
you got your agendas, but ransomware. I mean,
Yep.
a lot of companies have been attacked for
Huge.
huge. I mean, huge name companies. You know what I mean? Like companies that we know of for lots of
Governments.
Governments
yeah,
have been
absolutely.
ransomware.
Dude, do you know how many like computer companies out there have like sent out like malware that you could download for your phone or actually your phone too.
Phone too, yeah.
But your computer to
Right.
protect everything, right? And it comes with a virus.
Virus, yeah.
Yeah, that will turn around and because you have to now subscribe and pay in order to get it to work,
Right.
in order to get it
Right.
taken
That's
off.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've done it. They've done it before. They've proven it. So that's not a conspiracy theory. That really has
No, it's
happened.
legit.
Yeah.
I mean, so as far as conspiracy theories go, this is probably the most legit topic we've ever talked about, ever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in 2 years of doing this show, that's it. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, I don't think the girl who married a ghost and having sex all the time with the ghosts and then they wound up getting divorced.
I
yeah,
still have questions about
Yeah.
that.
I don't.
So do I.
I have a lot
So
of
do I. That's
questions,
kind of
but I don't think that really falls in.
How does
our
that even
conspiracy
work?
bracket?
That's crazy. But to think about the companies that have been affected, you got auto manufacturing plants that have been affected. You have tire shops, basic food companies, like major food companies that we order food from. Airlines, flights have been delayed.
Yeah.
They had this one metal and mining company that actually caught fire. I
Yeah.
mean, it was insane.
Oh,
It
yeah.
caught fire and equipment was damaged. I mean, it's just
See, that's the thing. When you have these big companies that production plants and stuff like that,
Right.
you're dealing with a lot of pressure,
Yep.
heat, all kinds of things are going on that are being distributed and changed, all ran by computer system.
Right.
You have people who monitor it, you do, but if you hack into it and shut it all down, where there's nothing they can do about it.
They can't do
Sorry,
anything
yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, next thing you know, this plant overheats and then boom, you got an explosion.
Now, a lot
You
of
know?
places have safeguards and stuff. I mean, especially nuclear plants.
Oh, nuclear plants.
That's
I would hope so.
exactly what I would go for.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, hey, let's
if you're a
overload
terrorist,
this.
yeah,
Let's overload this
absolutely.
plant.
You see, the thing about here's the thing about the nuclear, thing right now that people need to be aware of. You can shut down that silo by computer and everything else. You can shut it down. However, there is fail safes in place for the people that are located who work there that they can manually plug in and put in coordinates.
they have to
launch
have
it.
that.
Yeah, and they can launch it from if they need to.
Because if you don't keep it cool,
yeah.
yeah, if you don't keep it cool, it ain't going to be cool for very long.
What is that?
Everything's going to get to
Fukushima
about 3
in
times hotter than the
Japan?
sun.
yeah, I
I guess the plant went down. They weren't able to keep the rods cool.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
it's dangerous, man. That's another
Chernobyl.
I mean,
There's a prime
Chernobyl.
example.
Yeah. why?
Yeah.
I mean, I get why we have them, but it's like that was the worst thing that we could have done.
No.
I get it; it helped us.
It's a great
But-
thing. I mean, nuclear energy is
The point is if something happens, that the damage that thing can cause is it's not even worth it. I mean, I
Well,
don't
that's
think it's
also
worth
the reason why, honestly, that they take these plants. If you really look at where the plants are located, the actual nuclear facilities, power facilities, they are spaced out far enough that if anything did actually happen to them due to a terrorist attack, whatever the case may be, is there going to be people that's going to die? Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes. There's going to be a lot of mass casualties, but not as bad as you think it is. It's not like you're letting off a nuke right in the middle of like downtown Tampa. It's
but
not like that.
That is true for a lot of newer ones, but they have some older ones right in the middle, like Atlanta. There's one right in the middle of Atlanta.
Who cares about Atlanta?
Wow.
Dude, you ever driven through Atlanta? That traffic sucks. They need to clear them roads.
It's not that bad.
It's just my personal opinion.
If you have Atlanteans,
I
is
don't
that
want
what
it.
we're calling them? Atlanteans.
Atlanteans.
Hey, that's cool.
You're
Yeah.
from Atlantis.
No, don't get me wrong.
Atlanteans?
I got friends and family in Atlanta, so I
Yeah.
don't want nothing happening to Atlanta. That's just me picking on them.
If you say so. I know how you are about family.
Okay. All right, let's be fair. If I could wipe anything off this planet right now, it would be I-4 and 275.
Oh my god!
Because the traffic just...
It's crazy.
Oh, God.
It's
They
crazy.
wonder why we have so much road rage in Florida.
Dude, well, so you have Pinellas and Hillsborough County are the main culprits.
Yes.
Hands down, the main
Yes.
culprits.
Right,
right.
Whether-
Yes.
And Pinellas County in particular is the most densely populated county in the state.
Yeah.
In the state. And
Yeah,
more
they're-
people are moving. They're building more buildings.
Oh, yeah. They're dense.
Stop buildings.
Yeah, they're dense all right. Yeah. Boom. Yeah, man. It just, oh my God. And the way they turn their traffic lights, which we talked about this, me and Jesse, we talked about this before.
It's a trap.
Yeah, it's a trap. It's to make you have to stop at like at least every other light. So that way you
Yeah.
can see all the businesses they have in their area. That's how they do their
That's
marketing. I
crazy.
kid you not. It's due to traffic lighting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, instead of just putting up billboards, which so much easier. I caught myself.
All right.
I'm just sitting on Jesse's angry face right now.
Hackers being hacking.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of notes there, bud.
I mean, no, we pretty much nailed everything that I was thinking about. But
All right, that was
I
a
know
quick show. We're done.
I know, we're done.
One of the crazy things is that they're expecting by 2028, 15,000 manufacturing companies will probably be affected by cyber attacks by 2028. And since COVID, it's gone up like at least 3 times from COVID to now. So 2022, 2021 to now, it's gone up at least 3 times. You know what I mean? So it's going up. It's just rising. These attacks aren't going away.
No.
And that's the future. That's
And
what
it's
it
a
looks
great
like.
way to crush your competition.
Absolutely.
I mean, you got what Nabisco and Frito-Lay. They're feuding. They even better. You got the Budweiser company, and then you have like Jägermeister, and they both have like a Jägermeister variant, you know, or some sort of liqueur. And I'm an asshole. Wow.
Did you really just say the cooler?
Liqueur? I don't know. It sounded funny at the
That
time.
deserves a kick in the nads for that, bro.
You can't reach me. But they have a similar product, and let's say German's like, no, you're not doing this. We're gonna take you out. And I was gonna do a German accent, but then I realized it was gonna suck. So whatever.
You went from German to Korean.
Whatever. But they want to crush their competition.
Yeah.
So boom, cyber attack, or they pay. You know, I don't remember the Russian hacker people's names. Big hacker organization out of Russia, some white hats or whatever that work for Russia. So they're Russia white hats to us,
Right.
they're black hats, but they
Right.
pay them to shut down their production for a week. They're a week behind. If Budweiser or whatever falls a week behind on their production, they're going out of business or they're losing money. I mean, just the boycott alone from Budweiser.
I was
like,
gonna say
messed them up.
Anheuser-Busch is already like
Yeah.
really not doing
And
well.
that's just
They
a
lost
boycott.
like $24 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
total.
that's just a boycott with maybe half the country. The other half of the country, I guarantee, was buying Bud Light like it was going out of style to try to offset that
Well,
because of the
A lot of
like
it
you
wasn't.
keep
A
saying,
lot of it wasn't even
ideology.
people trying to like offset it. A lot of people just didn't care. They just
Yeah.
didn't think it was that important. You know, it's
But
like
there,
it's
there
bigger,
were people
you know?
going out there and deliberately trying to offset it.
Oh, I know.
Because it supports their particular political thing, and that's,
Dude.
I think that's what we're going to see more of as far as hacking goes.
Sometimes they do this
Yeah.
in order to make their money. And if anybody who does not believe that, you ever heard of GameStop? Remember what happened with that little situation with the stock market?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I was involved.
Yeah. I mean, no,
I
wasn't.
I came in too late to really like profit from it.
Yeah.
But I heard about it like when the stock hit $200. I found out about it. And that was up from like what 50 cents
It
or
was
something.
something
It was
like 50
some
cents. Yeah, it was
ridiculous
really
like
small
below $1 amount, and people were buying the crap out of it because they found out that people were shorting GameStop stock and trying to make them go bankrupt and like buy them out.
Oh man.
And the community, for lack of a better way to put it, was developed around GameStop and basically saved them.
Yeah.
I mean, their stock, I can look it up, but
So
their
people just
stock
started
is,
They
buying
made
stock?
they made so much money.
and they're doing
Oh
it
my
again.
God. Yeah, they're doing it again.
Really? Well, let me know. 'Cause,
Dude, companies like this do this all the time. It happens all the time, and believe it or not, a lot of it has to do also with politics. They got a lot of politicians in their pockets. They can pass certain things that can allow their companies to be able to do better, or they push their. Well, I'll give you an example. Right now, in the Biden administration, right, and I'm not getting into politics, just talking about just fact.
Right.
You know, like when you had AOC and all them. They were pushing the Green New Deal, right? Al Gore back in the day. Let's forget about this administration. Al Gore back in the day pushing about climate change, right?
Right.
You know that we got to save this country. You got to start investing in solar and this, that, and the other. This dude owns so much stock, man, in solar and everything else, making money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you have enough
Yeah.
influence,
You got
you
enough influence, you can drive that economy and that stock market up as high as you want, man, and make bank.
yeah. GameStop is at $18.48 right now, and it has dropped from what? From like $30 down to that, and right now there's
a share to
one share, yeah.
Yeah, to one share.
Yeah, and right now there's a bunch of people that are shorting the stock, meaning they're predicting that it's going to fall
Right.
to make their money. So you have like inverse
So-
predictions.
Jason, if you can own stock in any company, you got the money in your pocket to, drop, say, like, let's say 50,000 down, right? What company would you want to own stock in you think is going to be taken off in the future? Let's test our knowledge here on what we think about the economy.
God. I mean, well, you know me. I would probably guess it would be something that has to do with social media because I mean that thing is just if
Buying
I had-
it like
if I-
Facebook or
right,
Twitter
If
or
I had,
something like
if I had
that.
money at first, I would have bought into Facebook.
Well, now it's called X, not Twitter anymore. Yeah.
Well, I would definitely have bought into Facebook, but TikTok. I mean, I don't even go on Facebook anymore.
Yeah, TikTok's gaining a
You know
lot
what I
of
mean?
traction,
Like
a lot of
it's
momentum.
definitely. I would probably
and
have put money
that's
in TikTok.
that's another one that's a hacker related thing.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
There's
Usually,
hackers
yeah.
all over the place, man.
they literally they've banned TikTok from government buildings in a lot of places.
Yep.
Montana, I think, is one of them.
People that are working for the federal government currently are not allowed to have TikTok on their phones. at
not
all.
to cut you off, but listen to this. So you go on TikTok and you see
No, go ahead. Jason's been talking a lot. Keep on.
you see police officers, you see military personnel, you see government officials making TikToks. And I'm like, dude, are you serious? Like, it's crazy because, I mean, they're in uniform, you know what I mean, doing these
Yeah.
things. I'm like, okay, so you're the
It's
you
a
know.
double-edged sword. It's a risk-reward thing. So if it's on like a burner phone, most government officials and most anybody in any type of position in a job has at least 2 phones, if not 3. So
Oh,
they
absolutely.
have their
Yeah.
work phone, their home phone, their personal, and then if you're a government official or something, you'll have a throwaway phone.
Yeah, even when I was in the Coast Guard, I had my phone, my personal cell phone, and then I had like the duty phone that they would give you if you're on duty or whatever. And that was for like when on duty, it was like the fire department. We stayed at the station, right? So, but I would carry that duty cell phone in my pocket in case they need to get a hold of me. I'm out doing something on the station area or whatever. They can't get me on the mic. They could just call me on the phone.
Right.
But I also had another phone that I carried specifically for or a secondary reach number for me when I was at home in case the station needed me for anything.
Yeah, but most of these politicians, the ones that are like throwing up TikToks and stuff, because they're not allowed to have it on their personal or their government phone, they have a separate social media phone that is usually kept by like their social media manager because they have those people. That is a position, and that's all it's used for. Just social media.
So through the burners, it's harder to get any information.
If you don't have any information on it, they can't get it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And if
there's
you don't
nothing on
connect
there.
it to your Wi-Fi or anything else, you put the thing on airplane mode when you're not using it, or put it in a Faraday case.
Right. I
So-
mean, yeah, it sounds like a safe-proof way to try to prevent somebody hacking into our. But still, it's just it's too much variables, man. It's like
It's the new normal.
It's the new
It is-
normal,
it is the
and
new
it's a
normal.
scary world and time that we're living in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's getting to the point now, like we already know that everything's being tracked, everything's monitored, everything's online, so on and so forth. And if there's a line in, there's a line out. So no matter what you do, there's a way for them to track you.
yeah.
Like if you were to like go on the run, for whatever reason. And I don't want to say anything illegal, but let's say bad guys came into the country attacking, like a Red Dawn situation, right? You're trying to run and get away from them and everything else.
Wolverine!
The first thing you do is get rid of your cell phone, any electronics on you. Get rid of it. Do not take it with you.
Right.
You leave it. I know people are going, well, I got to take my cell phone in case my family calls.
Yeah, that's the
Sorry,
first
you know
place-
where they're
that's-
at, go look for 'em.
That's the first place.
Yeah, you should have your fallback, plan with your family anyways, in case something bad
Exactly.
happens.
Thank you.
Well, have
Yeah.
a burner.
Or have a, well, I don't know. You don't
Well,
want to
even
burn it
then,
because
they-
they can ping and track it.
Yeah, they can track.
Yeah, but they don't know it's you. How do they know you?
It doesn't matter. They're looking just for people in general.
Well, they're just
What
looking
for
for
people
people in
who
general.
use a satellite to ping where the signal's coming from for that cell phone or going to. They can ping
Right.
it to your cell phone.
And they
Find
can
out where
activate
you're
your
at.
cameras.
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that they can. Yeah.
I mean, and they're. No, we didn't do a show. Did we do an AI show recently?
It's been a minute. It's
Okay.
actually been a minute.
So they've actually got AI now that can use Wi-Fi signal and phone signals and stuff to see. They can track you through a wall with Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I mean, they could do that now. So
Yeah.
any electronics, your car, if your car has GPS,
Which most do nowadays.
yes, or internet or satellite radio capability.
And a lot of people do not realize too, if you are leasing or making payments on your car, and they don't even have to tell you, most of them already come with a tracker that's put inside that engine that's on that car. That way, if you ever decide not to pay it, your payments and
They can
all that
remotely
with it,
disable it.
They can remotely disable it and find out its exact location.
And if you drive a Tesla, they can make it drive it home
And-
or to the dealership.
Speaking of GPS, so I'm on my way here to the show, right? And okay, so it says approximately about 6 minutes to I get to the show, and I'm thinking, okay, so how does the GPS discern between the lights, the stop signs, and everything? Because it's pretty much spot on the
And
timing.
I can tell you why. The reason why is it takes into consideration the average time that these lights are timed to, because
Right.
then most of them are set to a timetable.
Right.
A lot of people have the misconception that it's a tracking thing in the road. Some are, yes.
It is real time tracking.
Yes.
So what they do, and they proved this actually during COVID.
Yeah.
Because they made a fake march, and they literally convinced Google, Apple Maps, all that, because they all use the same software,
Right.
basically, and they're the same information, that there was a traffic jam in New York City when there was nobody working.
Yep.
Or nobody like doing anything down there. They had a wagon full of cell phones.
Yep.
And they were just walking down the sidewalk with a wagon full of cell phones.
Yep.
And it showed a traffic jam. So they're once
Wow.
again they're tracking you. They're tracking where you're
Yeah,
at,
that's
what
perfect
you're
example.
doing.
Yeah.
And I mean,
They're
it's-
tracking this show right now. They're tracking me right now.
Like and
They're
subscribe.
tracking
Fool.
me when I get on my phone. So I'm going to do some really weird things later on, and I'm going to make you guys all uncomfortable.
You know what? They already know I'm ADD. They my FBI agent's just like whatever.
I could only fathom FBI agents tracking us and our day-to-day routines and what we do, what we say, so on and so forth. guaranteed, man, those guys right now are like, look, we're not worried about them taking over anything.
They're
idiots.
probably cracking up at
Yeah,
some of
they're
the
like,
things we
these
say.
guys have issues.
I've
we're
had
not
some
concerned.
conversations lately that like I couldn't even keep a straight face because I'll throw things out there just to see like what people will say about it because I like messing with people. Ain't got nothing better to do sometimes.
Yeah.
So like I will say just random things or like come out with a random idea and
Yeah, I mean, throw them off. How often do you think that our grids are being attacked?
Daily.
a lot.
Really?
Daily.
I mean, because we all know if something happens to our power grid, the water,
We
whatever,
only
for
know,
power plants.
as far as it goes for population, we only know about the attacks after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the successful ones who made it through. And the reason for being is because they have to at this point. Because
Right.
if like the hospital thing we were talking about, if they get all of your personal information, all that stuff,
They legally have to.
They have to. They're obligated. They have to let the public know. So that way people can go, oh crap, I went to the hospital recently. Yada
Yeah,
yada.
yeah.
Check your stuff. But honestly, on the daily, there are so many cyber attacks that happen daily to hell, probably even to your own cell phone and your stuff. You just never know it until it actually goes.
So
through
it's
or
hackers
happens.
versus hackers, pretty much. Because
Oh,
they
absolutely.
have their hackers trying to get into our stuff, and we have our hackers trying to block them out.
Basically.
I mean,
but
that's
want me,
crazy,
You want me
dude.
to blow your mind?
Go ahead.
So you know how you have all these data breaches, and how like it's all the passwords that get out.
Right.
They can take that password, and humans are creatures of habit, right? We tend to use things that we can remember. You know, like a loved one's name,
Right,
You know,
right.
a similar
A
number
pet,
conversation, number sequence, or you know whatever. They can take that from a data breach, and they have a baseline to go from. So let's say, I don't know, you have a Chia Pet at home, and your password is normally cheated pet 81 exclamation point.
Right.
There you go.
Somebody's out there for like, he just guessed my password.
Exactly. Or so they could take Chia Pet 81 and plug that into, let's say you're with Tico. They plug that into your Tico account, and then they start varying it a little bit until they can get into your Tico account to access the
Wow.
entirety of Tico
dude.
and keep going.
Wow.
My favorite thing that I see happens all the time is people online that will ask all these random generalized questions. You know, hey, well, tell me about your favorite dog when you were a kid. Tell me about your favorite teacher. You know, all they're doing is going down a list of security questions,
Yep.
Right.
and they're getting the answer from you and checking them off.
It's like those bot accounts on like
And it
Facebook
happens
and stuff.
all
Yeah.
the time. And people wonder why their Facebooks and all they get hacked. Because all they got to do now is they basically try to log in, because usually it will show also most people, it shows like their email account. So they already got your email right there. So they turn around, they try to log in using your email and then try to get the password. So then they turn around, they click to the lost password, answer the security questions, you know, so you can change it. And then they wind up answering all the stuff that they asked you. Yeah.
Do you
And
guys
it
get-
happens all the time.
Do you guys get like text messages? Because I get them a lot, and these people are like, "Hi," and just basically "Hi," or you get, "Hi, this is Susie. I missed our appointment or whatever," and I'm like, I get to the point. I know they're hackers, but I get to the point. I'm like, I play along with it. Now, go.
Oh, I have.
I know you. You know, don't give out information. I get that, and
It's
and I
not even
don't-
that. It's not even that.
So what?
Some of them you don't even have to answer. If you answer, you're giving them a way in.
Yep.
So as soon as you respond,
Yes.
you give them a way in.
And sometimes you don't even have to do that. You don't know any better.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
but
no.
like
I just thought I was
they
messing
have software now where they can just send you the text. Be like 5550921. You know, send you a text. And as soon as it pings your phone delivered,
right.
they're in.
So
They're in
it's
your
like
phone.
it's like opening something on your email or something,
yeah,
right?
Same thing.
Man,
Well-
my phone is all jacked up.
Yeah, well, that's
Just delete it
probably
immediately.
because of all the porn, but
Well, you know, I use that on when my conversations.
Yeah.
Use this, use that. They try. I figured they were trying to get money and try to see whatever. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm a porn star and I'm all this and I'm all that and I make a lot of money. And they got talking. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I get them. I'm like, okay, well, send me a photo of you, right? And you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So, you know what they do? They go online and they'll send me they'll send me a video of somebody online, whether
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a porn site or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I just, I go online, I look and I notice it's obviously from the
Yep.
internet.
Yeah,
or
because you
whatever.
can click and do the search and see that it's.
so it's fine. But yeah, now that I mean, I should have thought about that.
My favorite
Y'all
one,
have a
hands,
lot of time in your hands.
dude. My favorite one, hands down, so far is the one where this. Okay, on your social media, it shows in your bio, like, most people put in what you do for a living, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
For us, it shows we do radio host, radio show. Here's where you
Right.
can find us, yada, yada, yada. All right. So on my social media, all that information is in there. And this woman all of a sudden, like, follows me, then all of a sudden sends me this message, right? And she's like, hey, how are you doing? It's like, I'm okay. Because I already know that as
Right,
soon as they
right.
ask that, you already know it's
right,
fake.
right.
And I turn around and I'm like, I'm good. How are you? And they put back, I'm good. And then it led into like, what do you do for a living? And,
I'm Batman.
And yes, I did the whole thing about me being Batman. And this person was not catching on that I was portraying that I was Batman.
Right.
I said that I fought crime at night and punished the criminals. I said that I work out all the time, that I'm a multi-billionaire of a major corporation, that does tech and all this other stuff. And
Right.
they're like, oh, interesting. And,
Right.
and then they asked me, what's your name?
Right.
And I was like, Wayne, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
They still never
Yeah,
caught on.
no, you could insult them. I've insulted them, and they kept on with the questions.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's not even-
Because
come on. Most
a
of the
lot
time-
of it is a script. That's why.
That's what I was
It's not
gonna say,
even
yeah.
that. It's not even a script. Most of the time, it's a real. It's not even a real person.
Yeah.
It is a. It is a program,
Right.
and all they're doing is getting that back and forth and using that signal. And remember, later on, didn't your Facebook get hacked or something?
No. No, the only thing that's ever
They
happened
made a-
mine-
they made a
somebody
fake account.
Oh,
Yeah.
fake account.
Yeah, they took all my
Yeah.
pictures and made a fake account and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
So I mean, like, they'll try one way and then they'll try another.
Oh, yeah.
And it.
I have, knock
It's
on
trial
wood,
and error.
knock on wood, I've never been hacked. My Facebook, no nothing.
Yeah, but most of those. So my dad fell victim to this, and he was toying with one of these people on Facebook Messenger.
Oh, he was messing with them?
Yeah, and he had like the Facebook Pay set up because he would buy things from like Facebook Marketplace and stuff,
Right.
or like whatever, and they got his account information, drained his bank account, boom, gone.
Wow.
Yeah, so he had to like.
Is he able to recover that, or?
He didn't get the money back. Hell no.
Wow.
I mean, it was bad.
Yeah. that's-
Trust me, man. Honestly, in the long run, when it comes down to like hacking your accounts, stuff like that, if you get a professional hacker, I'm talking about like the guys who work for like Langley and stuff
Right,
like that,
right.
they will get in your account regardless if you do anything or not.
Right.
They have ways to get into your system and into your firewalls, everything else, or past firewalls. They can do all that stuff. The scary part is that there's only like small group. It's such a small percentage, like worldwide, of people that's got that knowledge and that type of tech that can actually do that.
It's actually grown a lot.
It has,
larger.
but it's not as big
And-
as people almost seem to think it
Well,
is.
see,
you know what I'm saying?
it's a lot of people have this idea in their head that it's this mysterious power. It's like Force users in Star Wars. There's a small percentage of it. Well, most of the time, you don't even know people are like hacking you.
Right.
You don't even know who's been hacked, when they've been hacked, because they just go for the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are older people, like, and they're baby
Yeah,
boomers.
yeah,
Boomers.
those are the ones who've been affected
100%
the most,
boomers
yeah.
because A, they don't want to be impolite.
Right.
B,
They're not too much computer
they
savvy, maybe.
trust a lot of this technology because
Right.
if it's available to them,
Right.
they figure it is safe. You know
Right.
what I mean? And they're used to going and buying food from the grocery store and it being safe, which ain't even true now.
Right.
yeah.
And they're used to that safety wall, but it's not there anymore. Everything's exposed,
Yeah.
and if you make yourself an easy target,
Yeah.
you're going to get got.
And then they have been. They
Yeah.
have been. That's is sad.
I mean, it's like walking down the street. If you're walking down the street and you're paying attention to your surroundings, criminals know that. Criminals see that. They're instinctually most of the time. But if you're just like, you're walking down the street, you got your headphones on, you're chilling, you're vibing out to it, you're not even paying attention to anything around you, you're a target.
Right.
Yeah.
And the same thing online. You're just minding your business, not really being secure on anything. You're not trying to protect yourself. You're not looking for the danger, or, kind of even just not looking for the danger, but being aware that there's dangers out there,
Yeah.
or that there's ways people can hack into your stuff when you're out there. You're a target.
Yeah. And like you said, the ones that have been affected the most. I mean, a lot of them are like baby boomers and stuff like that. And the way that they're able to use whether the voice of a grandson or a son or daughter, I mean, it's insane.
Deep fake?
Dude,
Yeah.
that's crazy, man. That's crazy, and it's sad, like I said, because they come on, we are more into what's going on. You know what I mean? Like our generation or generation after us or whatever, we pretty much know what's going on out there, and we could probably sense it and tell what might be fake or real. Some of us might not. I'm not saying that it won't get biased, but the baby boomers and stuff like that, they're not. They're more susceptible to stuff like that, and it sucks, man.
It's naivety.
Yeah.
It's like being a toddler in a whole new world.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
It's a whole new world.
the stuff wasn't around when they were
No, it wasn't.
our
That's
age
what-
or
that's what's bad.
younger.
Yeah. The only way you can get hacked back in the day for our parents was somebody actually ran into you and stole your wallet. And that's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Or came at you with a hatchet.
Or something. Yeah. Hatchet, gun.
That's what hacked meant.
Yeah.
He got hacked up.
You got hacked up.
Great grandparents, bow and arrow, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, let's be fair and be real. I mean, as technology and society changes throughout the years, so does all the bad guys.
Yeah.
The bad
Yeah.
guys go from this type of criminal that's, waiting in the dark,
Yeah.
that mug you when,
Yeah.
you're coming down the alley to, I'm just going to hack into your,
They worth the times.
yeah,
man.
I'm gonna stop at Starbucks, get me a coffee, go in my parents' basement, sit down and hack in your,
Yeah.
computer and
Not,
get
even,
all
not
your
even.
information.
They're going
get
to
your
be at
money,
Starbucks with
or they'll be
a
at Starbucks doing
fake
it.
Wi-Fi,
Could you
stealing all
imagine?
your information.
Could you
That happens all the time too.
Could you imagine how it would be in 20 years, 30 years? I mean,
No.
I wouldn't even
it's
wanna
just-
think about it, honestly.
It's getting worse because obviously they've gotten better and better and better.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope that our hackers or whatever have you, they are able to stop because, like you said, if they're doing it on a daily,
I hope they get arthritis.
dude.
They're recruiting out of like
tunnel.
middle school.
They are.
I mean,
they are
legit.
Yeah. So
Hopefully,
hopefully,
there are people who go to like computer schools like MIT, stuff like that. Do you know how many people from MIT, man, are on the daily hit up by the
Yeah.
CIA
Yeah.
and NSA
Yeah.
and all them, man?
And most
they
of
look for people with the highest grades and doing the best.
Right.
That's
A
what
lot
they're
of them,
looking for.
they're recruiting a lot of the like intelligence agencies and like our Department of Defense and stuff. They're recruiting from people who are hacking into them. Like
Oh,
there are several like teenagers.
Yeah.
Just
Just for fun, they end up hacking into our main companies like either CIA or freaking even what is it, the Pentagon? You know what I mean?
bro, everything's been getting hacked into, from the Pentagon to NSA. I mean, can you imagine how many cyber attacks happen on the daily to like NSA, CIA,
All the
FBI?
time. All the
Like,
time.
like,
That's a
imagine like
company,
how
but agency.
many that they got to be getting per day.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Because you're thinking about every agency around the world is trying to
yeah.
hit them. You know what I'm saying?
Agencies, not company. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got it. But yeah. Anyways.
All right, I guess we got to wrap it up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get ready to wrap this up.
All
So
right.
make sure you guys tune in every week. We'll be putting these out every week. You can find us on YouTube at Paraprobe Radio for the YouTube channel, and we are going to be going to Amazon Prime. This is going to be turning into a television talk show as well, so people can go and watch it. It's going to be episodic every week. New episodes coming out.
Yep.
We talk about everything paranormal. We've been. And here in the Tampa Bay area, we've been nominated for Creative Living's Best of Bay competition 2 years in a row for our show. We've also have been nominated as number 6 on the top 15 paranormal podcast shows.
Yay.
Yeah, number 6 in the top 15. And there's like well over a couple 100,000. So yeah, I think we're doing well.
Yeah, man.
Make sure you follow us on all of our social media. Just put in Paraprobe or Paraprobe Radio on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're on everything.
Yep.
You'll find me, Chance Hancock. You'll find Jesse L. ELL. You'll find
Dude.
Jason Centron. What?
Why are you doxing me?
Because everybody's going to follow us regardless.
Yeah, but that's not any of my social media handles. You're not in charge of that anymore. You just
If they
literally
don't
doxed
know
me.
all of your info. We already have said your name. I can't count how many times on there.
Whatever.
Yes, Jess.
Oh my God, Jesse, really?
I quit. Hey, make sure you if you're on YouTube, like.
Wait. Don't say anything. Okay, now I'm on you. Go ahead.
We need a new camera. Hey,
that
if anybody wants to be an intern for a camera operator here, we need one because he's fired. Look, make sure if you're on YouTube or wherever else we're putting this, like, subscribe, share, blah, blah, blah. Comment if you want me to do this and burn. And, Jay?
You
Yeah, man.
can't fire me. I'm part of the union.
Yeah. I'm just going with the flow.
We're
So,
Probe Union now.
You're on strike.
but just keep watching, and like I said, join our platforms, whatever you could find, wherever you could find us. Look for us and shoot a comment, a like, and let's watch Jesse Byrne, man, because I'm definitely looking forward to it. And
I definitely want to watch Jesse Byrne.
Burn, baby, burn.
Oh, I so want to watch you burn.
I love it.
Oh yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
the most hated member.
I'm
of
gonna
this
wait
group.
till you eat the chip, and then I'm gonna go see you. I'm gonna make this so much better.
That would be good.
It would be good.
I don't
That
think
would
we
be-
can do that in here.
I wonder. No, not in here.
The look on your face.
Yeah, we would be done with this show real quick. Yeah, this is a really nice area and studio that we have here. What do you guys think? Think it's pretty sharp?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like
Absolutely.
it. So, anyways, make sure you guys tune in every week, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Bye.